Fighter jets are among the most fascinating machines humanity has ever created, blending speed, power, and technology into sleek machines that can dominate the skies. But beyond the obvious, there are facts about these aircraft that will absolutely shock you. For example, did you know that some fighter jets can travel faster than the speed of sound multiple times over? The State Route 71 Blackbird, a reconnaissance aircraft often lumped in with fighters for its sheer speed and stealth, could hit speeds over Mach 3. That's more than 3 times the speed of sound, meaning it could fly from Los Angeles to New York in about an hour and 15 minutes. Another shocking fact is just how much G-force a pilot has to endure during intense maneuvers. Fighter pilots experience forces so strong that without specialized G-suits and training, they would black out almost immediately. In a tight turn, pilots can experience up to 9 gigaseconds, which means their body feels 9 times heavier than normal. Imagine your head, which weighs about 10 pounds, suddenly feeling like it weighs 90 pounds. Just turning your neck could become impossible. The cost of a single modern fighter jet is staggering. The F-22 Raptor, considered one of the most advanced jets ever built, costs about $150 million per aircraft. That's not even including the cost of training pilots, maintenance, and the insane amounts of fuel needed to keep them operational. The newer F-35, designed for versatility across multiple branches of the military, costs about $80 million apiece, depending on the model. When you think about entire fleets, you're talking about billions of dollars in investment for air superiority. Stealth technology is another jaw-dropping aspect. Jets like the B-2 Spirit bomber and F-22 Raptor are built with surfaces that absorb radar waves and are coated with special materials that make them nearly invisible to enemy radar systems. But what most people don't realize is that even something as simple as a scratch in the paint can compromise their stealth. Maintenance crews spend hours meticulously repairing tiny imperfections to ensure these planes stay off the radar. The ejection systems in fighter jets are like something out of science fiction. If a pilot needs to escape a failing jet, the ejection seat rockets them out of the cockpit with a force that can exceed 20 gigaseconds in just a fraction of a second. These seats are so powerful that they can shoot a pilot safely out of a crashing jet at almost any altitude and even underwater in some cases. The technology behind ejection seats has saved countless lives, but it also comes with risks. Injuries like broken bones and spinal compression are common after an ejection. Supersonic flight isn't just fast, it's incredibly loud. When a jet breaks the sound barrier, it creates a sonic boom, a thunderous noise that can shatter windows and startle people miles away. That's why most supersonic flights are restricted over populated areas. The U.S. military often conducts these flights over oceans or uninhabited deserts to avoid causing disturbances. The training to become a fighter pilot is brutally intense. It's not just about flying the jet, it's about mastering physics, strategy, and combat tactics, all while dealing with the crushing physical stresses of flight. Only a small fraction of people who attempt to become fighter pilots actually make it through the training. It's a brotherhood and sisterhood built on sweat, intelligence, and raw nerve. There are jets designed to dogfight at incredibly close ranges, where pilots must outmaneuver each other with lightning-fast reflexes. In these close-quarters battles, it's not necessarily the fastest jet that wins but the one with the best pilot. Skill, anticipation, and even psychological warfare come into play as pilots try to outthink and outfly their opponents. Some fighter jets can refuel mid-air, thanks to aerial refueling systems. Tanker aircraft deploy a long hose or boom that connects to the fighter jet, allowing it to take on fuel without ever landing. This ability gives fighter jets almost unlimited range, which is crucial during long missions or when operating far from friendly airbases. Autonomous drones are now joining the ranks of fighter aircraft. The U.S. military has been developing unmanned combat aerial vehicles (UCAVs) capable of dogfighting and carrying out missions without a pilot in the cockpit. While they're still heavily monitored by human operators, the day may come when autonomous AI-controlled jets will fly alongside manned fighters in combat scenarios. Fighter jets have secret weaponry that's mind-blowing. Beyond the visible machine guns and missiles, some jets are equipped with electronic warfare systems that can jam enemy radar, confuse incoming missiles, and even hack into enemy communications. The battle isn't just fought with bullets and bombs anymore, it's fought with invisible waves of energy. Incredibly, some fighter jets are capable of vertical takeoff and landing. The Harrier jump jet and the newer F-35B variant can hover in place, like helicopters. This allows them to operate from small ships or makeshift airstrips where traditional runways aren't available, giving militaries a massive tactical advantage. Weather can be as deadly as enemy fire for fighter pilots. Thunderstorms, icing, turbulence, and high crosswinds can make flying at hundreds of miles per hour even more hazardous. Pilots are trained to navigate through extreme weather, but nature still poses one of the greatest threats in aviation. Fighter jets don't just fly straight and level. Some of the maneuvers they can perform are almost impossible to believe. The Pugachev's Cobra, famously demonstrated by the Russian Su-27, involves the jet pitching up to a near vertical angle while continuing to move forward, then flattening back out without losing much speed. It's a breathtaking move that can instantly throw off an opponent's aim and leave enemies vulnerable. Maintenance is a massive undertaking. For every hour a fighter jet spends in the air, it can require 20 or more hours of maintenance. Crews meticulously inspect every surface, joint, and system to make sure the jet is ready for the next flight. A small leak or cracked panel could mean the difference between life and death for a pilot. Lastly, fighter jets are constantly evolving. Engineers and scientists are always pushing the boundaries with new materials, new engines, and new avionics systems. Hypersonic jets that can travel at speeds above Mach 5 are already being tested, promising even faster response times and capabilities that seem like they belong in a science fiction novel. Fighter jets are not just machines of war, they are marvels of human ingenuity, determination, and sheer willpower. They represent the cutting edge of technology, but also the enduring spirit of those who dare to fly them. Each fact about them reveals a little more about just how extraordinary these machines, and the people behind them, truly are.